Hey everybody, this is Melanie Mitro, 15-star Diamond Team Beachbody Coach, and I am currently the 2014 top coach of Beachbody. And I am here today to talk to you guys a little bit about coach placement. This is a question that my coaches ask me all the time, especially as a brand new coach. Where do I place my coaches at? How do I know what my weak leg and my strong leg is, and where should I put my first few coaches? So let's get started. So say, for example, you have your very first coach who wants to sign up to be a coach on your team. Well, you want to go in and identify what is your weak and your strong leg. That's kind of the first step before you sign anybody up. So if you actually go to your coach online office and you go to the My Business tab and then you go to My Volume, let's just look there. When you start there, you're going to see you have a left volume and a right volume. That's your left and your right leg. I want you just to simply look there and say, is there volume on either side of my business? If there is, that is considered your strong leg. So that, make note of that, write that down. For example, the right side is my strong leg. Now go back to your My Business tab and go to your downline and go to graphical genealogy. I want you to look there. There is where you can see you at the top of your business, and then you've got two legs of your business. You've got a left leg and you have a right leg. And I want you to look at that. Do you see people on one side of your business? If you do, people that you did not sign up, you did not personally sponsor them, but they were placed below you by somebody above you in the organization, that's your strong leg. So anybody that is underneath of you is going to create volume, whether it's their personal Shakeology orders or it's going to be their customers that sign up. That volume is going to accumulate and bank and save up until you're at the point where you can start earning a team cycle bonus. That's your strong leg. Let's just say your right leg is your strong leg. That's where you have a volume at right now. Make note of that. That's where your strong leg is going to be. It could naturally be a little more on the strong side, which means it might have more than the left side or the weak leg has. So it comes time to set your placement, which is something you always want to do before a coach signs up. It's not horrible if a coach signs up and they're placed on the wrong leg, but you only have 3 business days from the time that coach signs up until the time that placement is final. You cannot change it forever, and you can't call coach relations to have a coach changed. You have to send an email with the person's coach ID and their name and their email address requesting that they be switched to the outside right or left leg. All right. So go to your graphical genealogy, go click the little preferred placement and set preferred placement and decide where you want to sign up your first coach. And you're going to set it and you're going to save it and leave it that way. Once your coach signs up, then you're going to go in. If you are ready to switch the placement to the other side, you're going to switch it and click save. And then you have the opportunity to kind of go back and forth. I honestly only ever choose left or right. I don't do automatic placement. I just leave it as is. All right, so your first coach, maybe let's just use the example that your first coach is your best friend, and they're loving Shakeology, they're getting great results, and they really want to start running challenge groups with you. So you've got your first working coach, somebody that's really enthusiastic. So go into that genealogy, your graphical genealogy, and I want you to select your weak leg. The leg where there's nobody else on there, it's just you and an empty buddy, and I want you to click that buddy and click save and save that spot. When your first coach signs up, they're going to go on that leg. So now you have one personally sponsored coach that you are responsible for. So now that you have that person, you're going to go in and you're going to set the preferred placement to the other side, the opposite side, which is going to be your strong leg. And then maybe your next coach that signs up is your husband or your significant other or your mom or your dad or somebody that just loves drinking Shakeology. They want to drink it every single month and they want to get the discount on Shakeology. You're going to put them on your weak leg. They're going to contribute about a 90 PV every single month of Shakeology over there. Why do you do it that way? Well, now you've got 2 coaches, so you're going to be an Emerald coach, which means you can start to earn a team cycle bonus. And secondly, you want to put the coaches at the very beginning that are enthusiastic about building a business and that are ready to go, that want to join you at running challenge groups on your weak leg, because you want to maximize your team cycle bonus. So every single time your strong leg gets 200 volume points, and every time your weak leg gets 100 volume points, you get $14 as a Beachbody coach, as an Emerald coach. That can add up very quickly. If you have a coach on that weak leg that's producing volume, that's signing up coaches, everything that that coach and her coaches produces now is going to count towards your team cycle bonus. So you've got your first two coaches, you're an Emerald coach. Now where do you go from here? Your next step is to evaluate each person that is going to sign up. Do they want to be a business building coach? Do they want to be a discount coach? You're going to look at your left and your right legs and you're going to say, all right, this person just wants to chill. They don't really want to build a big business. So I'm going to put them on my strong leg because they're not going to significantly have a lot of volume, which is good because that side's naturally strong. But maybe the next person that signs up is like, I'm ready to go. You're going to put them on your weak leg, trying to build that weak leg volume. Your goal is to get each of your legs equal. You might come to a point where you're like, I need to get an Emerald on my strong leg because I want to get to Diamond. So you might place a coach on your strong leg that wants to build a business because you do need key players on both sides. I'll be honest with you, this didn't make a whole lot of sense to me at first. It took me a good 6 months to understand it. No matter how much I read in the coach office about it, how many videos I watched, it wasn't until I started signing coaches, I started understanding the strategy behind it, and I got my feet wet and I just did it, that I figured it out. I hope this gives you a little bit of background, but don't be afraid to ask the questions. It will grow as you grow in your organization too. Hope this is like coach placement 101, the very basics of getting started. So ask your questions below. I'd be glad to answer and guide you in this process.